Good morning, everyone. It's Lydia, and it's day 141. Woohoo! It is about 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, and I'm going to knock out my rebounding, even though you can tell I still don't feel great. I'm going on week 2 of not feeling great. I don't feel awesome. I'm just like coughing, trying to get all the stuff, I don't want to name it, but the stuff out of my body. And it's just drainage and all that stuff. So I don't want to gross anyone out, but that's what I'm doing. So don't forget, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. So I'm going to get jumping and I'm going to get talking because I got somewhere to be. And I seem to be busy these days. So I don't really have a whole lot of, normal relaxed time like I have been. So I know a couple of you are picking up on that, and so I'm going to talk about that. But I want to thank you all for being concerned and caring and reaching out to me and checking in on me and seeing how I'm doing. And I'm going to update you right now. But let me go get bouncing, okay? Alexa, give me a 1 minute timer. Alexa, give me a 5 minute timer. Second time, 5 minutes. 7 minutes. Okay, we're good to go. All right, so first of all, I want to say thank you all to the Avanti community. This community, it's only, 3 months old, 4 months old. And, we're building like actually real friendships with people through the channel. And I think that's pretty, astonishing and probably unheard of normally. I really do, desire to connect with you guys. So, however we can figure that out, if that's what you desire to, we'll make it work. So, so it's been about a week and a half. I'm going on 2 weeks of having this, respiratory thing. Some people are calling it allergies. Alexa, stop. There's the 1 minute timer for anyone who just wanted to bounce for 1 minute. Some people are calling it allergies. In Texas, we have a lot of oaks, and the oaks are dropping their little squigglies, and it makes pollen in the air, and then you breathe it. And thank God we've had rain because that dampens it and keeps it from floating around. So it keeps it more on the ground. So I don't know if that's what's happening or if it's something else. Anyway, I try to be positive and, manifest a good, healthy life. And I want to focus on that. I don't want to focus on the negative. And I'm not religious, but I do have a relationship with God. And I do connect and pray to God, a God, the God, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to offend anybody. So I'm just talking about my personal experience. So several of you have noticed that I've been preoccupied, where my mind hasn't just been flowing with inspiration and ideas. And that's because I have to, before, when I was doing that 2 months ago, I was really settled in my situation. And all of a sudden, I'm really feeling like it's time to get a job. And so I started looking for a job like 2 weeks ago, and I had great response. I got 2 interviews last week, and then one of the interviews already scheduled the second interview with the company. Both of the jobs I like, I would be willing to do both of them. One of them is significantly more money, which of course I would love to make significantly more money. But, I want to trust, and I trust my relationship with God that I'll be doing the right and perfect thing for me. But most importantly, I have to tell you the one thing that's the most important thing about whatever job I take, I want to be able to continue my journey inspiring whoever wants to be inspired here on the channel, and also changing my own health. So I don't feel like there's going to be a conflict because I'm not going to be doing it during, working hours. If you do see me between 9 to 5, it's probably because I have a break and I'm just choosing to rebound live during my break. And so I'm not going to spend, long 30 minutes on a video, but maybe I'll check in more at nighttime, just sitting in the chair and connecting with y'all that way. I don't know. I've got to reorganize my schedule and reorganize my life, and all of that is on my brain right now. But my priority is to keep this channel going and to keep my journey going, my own journey, because it's a health journey of creating activity and fitness into my life on a daily basis to then see what the long-term result is. And I can already tell, like, even when I was standing closer to the camera, I can just tell in my shoulders how things are different. I see it. So, and then I'm like an ambassador. Alexa, 5 more minutes. And then I'm like an ambassador when I go out, and I'm going to tell y'all what happened yesterday, what I did. But when I go out, I'm like, always people go, what do you do? And I'm like, well, I have 3 podcasts and 3 YouTube channels, and one of them's wellness. And, I was telling this, the mother-in-law of my friend about, she said her husband was, old and he wasn't walking as much. And I said, oh, you should do rebound. You should look into rebounding. It can strengthen your leg muscles and your, it's like getting a 40-minute walk-in for the value of the 10 minutes you spend on the rebounder. And she was like, oh, send me some information. So, I'm spreading the word out in the community just verbally as well, because I think it's important for the world to know that this is an option. Like for the elderly in their homes, they don't have to drive anywhere. If they can just get on a rebounder safely, then it could be a good option. And, definitely, I don't know if y'all remember me saying this, I'm just going to say it again, but when I thought about building up the stabilizer muscles in my legs, I knew I wanted to do that now at the age of 55 and keep it going instead of wait till I'm 70 and then try to get on a rebounder. My mom had difficulty and she didn't feel safe, and we didn't have a bar. And at that time, we didn't even I didn't even think about a bar at that time. I didn't even know if there was a bar. We didn't even look into it. So, you just live and you learn. And I saw Sierra got a bar, and so now she's installed it on her channel. She showed a video about how to install it. And so I'll be getting a bar soon too. Okay, so regarding this weekend, so here's what happened. And I couldn't talk about it on my channel and tell y'all. I slipped and I told a little bit, and then I retracted because I was like, oh my God, I don't know if my friend watches my channel and doesn't tell me because she knows about it. So I have here's the quick story. So I have a friend, I'm 55. She's my oldest friend. She lived across the street. She was born like 5 months after me. And then we were just infant babies in strollers together. And then when we grew up at like 2 and 3 years old, we got to start playing together. And so then we played together our whole lives until we were 15. And then she and her parents' family moved to another side of town. And even though I didn't see her daily, we still kept in touch. And I was her maid of honor at her wedding in the 90s. And, she's had 4 beautiful children. And now their children are having children. And this Saturday, I'm going to a baby shower for one of her children. So she's a very important person in my life. And her husband texted me on Friday and said, hey, we're doing a impromptu, casual, small, intimate group of birthday, a surprise birthday party for, his wife, my friend. And, do you want to come? If you can't make it, we understand. It was a quick last minute, like 2-day notice type of thing. And so, of course, I wanted to come and I was available, even though I had motivational meetup. We have been hosting motivational meetup for, I think, 7 weeks now. And I knew that it wasn't going to be critical. We could, whatever we had planned for motivational meetup, we could do it the next Sunday. So that's what I've decided to cancel, because this is also important to me. And I hardly ever get to see this friend of mine because her life is so busy. They're always traveling. She has so many kids and so many activities that it's hard for us to connect. We see each other like once a year, maybe twice a year, and we live like 7 miles apart. So that kind of gives you an idea. So I started to talk about that on the channel yesterday, and then I retracted and I go, because it was her birthday. So if she heard me say I was going to a surprise party, she would have known it was probably for her. So I retracted it and I said something else, and I just kind of stumbled over my words because I'm so used to telling y'all everything. And so I forgot this is like global live stream. Anyone can click on my channel and hear me talk about whatever I'm saying. Alexa, stop. So my timer's up, and I'm going to just finish this talk while I'm bouncing. So anyway, the motivational meetup people got an email around 4 that said, hey, a reminder, we're canceling this event tonight. And I didn't explain why, because I didn't want the information to get out there. I just said, in the future, I'll coordinate having someone post it in the future, but we have to work on that, on all the passwords and all that stuff. And it wasn't something I coordinated. And so anyway, the party last night, it was a lot of fun. She was surprised. I stayed till like 10:30, so we met at 6, and then I was part of the after party with her and her husband and her children, her daughter and her boyfriend. And we sat there in the private room and caught up and visited like family. So it was really great. But what I want to say to you guys, everyone who is texting me, how are you? What are you doing? Are you okay? Checking in on me, telling me that they sensed that something was off, blah, 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 blah. Like, yes, I get it. There are things going on, and I'm not as bubbly and as motivational right now because my own life is in a challenge. I mean, I spent all day yesterday working on getting my paperwork together for my taxes. That's never fun. I have some stuff I have to do to send to my sister to have my deceased mother's taxes done. That's not fun. I got to go to the bank today. I mean, there's just so many things that I need to I need to get ready for my interview on Wednesday because they asked me to study the company. There's just a lot going on. And I have a live stream tonight, by the way. Speaking of that, Limitless Lindy in Australia is hosting me on her live stream. And if you want to know the details and the link, it's in the community tab on the channel. Okay, so go to the community tab. So basically, like, I have a lot going on, and so sometimes I'm just not going to be full of ideas and information for the channel, but it doesn't mean I don't want to show up. So I'm going to show up whether I'm inspirational or not. So I'm showing up because I want to continue my journey. I don't want to get off my track. It's too fun to do it and say I'm on day 141. I can't wait to be on day 150. So speaking of that, I hear my dog bark, crying. Let me get this knocked out. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boop, boop, boop. Slay the day. Slay the day. Whoop, whoop. Yes, and I'm not going to pound today because Joy's crying. I need to take her for a walk, and then I got to get in the shower for my appointment. So yes, I've got a lot to manage and a lot going on. I didn't have some of the stressors that I have right now, and I'm sick, so it's a lot. I'm just trying to keep up with my schedule. So we're just showing you real life. This is real life. It's not always easy. It's not always smooth. I don't pretend. I'm not putting on airs and making myself look happy when I'm not. It's just not reality, and I'm not willing to. It's not who I am. Who I am is being real and being honest and just talking about life as it is reality. That's why I show up with no makeup. My hair's, barely half. I mean, gosh, like I have last night's hairdo, like in me. It's like all thick and messy. So I just pinned it up. So anyway, I'm still working on myself. I mean, look at my big fat arms. It's weird because they're smaller. They're more shapely than they were. Cellular workout. But you know what? They're not perfect. So we're just watching how my body's going to change when I just do rebounding every day. I'm just committed every day. I'm doing it. And I hope you are too. So thank you, Avanti Community, for checking in on me last night, checking in what was wrong. I was at a party, so I wasn't responding, but I'm going to be responding to everybody this morning. So see you all for the 5-minute booster later today. Bye.